All right. How is everyone doing? Welcome to this live event. This is a pre-order. Well, is it a pre-order? It's not a pre-order. This is the computer. What happened? My screen went blank. Um but I think it's just here. I think I'm good live because I can see it on my thing. The computer went like in this screen saver mode, I think. So, anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, this is the sale. Like, this is second batch of the Blue Eddy AC200 Max, AC EB. Let me see, what are the numbers here? It's too many. There's a lot of model numbers, right? But it's basically the AC200 Max. Um, and then the B300 and B230. This is a B230 external battery that works for both of these. And then there's also the AC300 and then the B300 external batteries, right? A lot of people are waiting. A lot of you guys are either have Blue Eddy already products and we're waiting for these ones. These have already gone on sale. And of course, because a lot of you guys asked Blue Eddy to not put them on crowdfunding, right? Because, people don't like the crowdfunding. There's some scams that have gone there, and they're less likely with a big company like a Blue Eddy or whatever. But they're still like, which I don't understand. I'm gonna make a video later on explaining why I don't agree with that whole thing that these big companies shouldn't use crowdfunding. I'll explain more on that later. But because so many of you asked for them to not put them on crowdfunding, then they actually listened and they didn't put this on crowdfunding. So what they're doing now is that they're putting batches. They build them, and they're somewhere in production, either shipping already to the States or to different parts of different markets or whatever. And then they put them for sale. And so then there's an event sort of like tonight. It's going to start at 7 here. So we have, what time is it? Do we know? 6:19. So we got 40 minutes to go, and they're going to go on sale. And then people buy them, and then they run out, right? And then the next batch. So this is the second batch of these units. And I think there's more available than the first time around, right? So I wrote down because there's quite a bit of stuff that they're offering. This system right here is different than the competition in many ways, that it's way more expandable. You can use it in many different ways, right? And it gets confusing. The downside is that it gets confusing, but the upside is that you might find the right, combination of these products that it might work better for you, right? And so that's what you have to put into the balance. Like, you want one of the other systems, it's like the real competition is between the Deltas, right? The EcoFlow Delta Pros and the Max, or this system right here, the Blue Eddy AC200 Max, or the AC300. I think that's what it's called, AC300? Yeah, AC300. So here we go. You'll get your EP Pro in 2021 if you're lucky. It says MM. Yes, I think those are running. Are they running behind? I don't know if they're running behind, but I know they were scheduled to leave at a certain day. I haven't paid attention. Let's see. What are you guys talking about here? What are the companies that Jay who works with ships to Canada? That is true. The batteries, if you guys are talking about that, interested in this live Blue Eddy. What's good, Jehu? We had to go over our last trip with the lead acid battery, 3 to 5 month ship. Wow. Yeah, that battery clearinghouse. Oh yeah, battery clearinghouse I think does ship to Canada. So yeah, just go to our website, and then I think we have a section that says it gives you options as to who ships to other countries than us, right? And we kind of gather all those in there and put them there. I'm going to here's the thing of making your own Blue Eddy. I am going to show you, as much as I can talk about all the features of this thing, but I'm also going to show you a DIY one here that I quickly made like 10 minutes before we went on here. And, I don't want to step on anybody's toes or stuff. These companies, are, it's a symbiotic relationship. They use us, but we use them also to create content. They use us to gain access to you guys, right? You guys are our audience. People like me work really hard to gain your trust, to gain your thing or whatever. And so then they're like, hey, we want access to all those people. Maybe they're looking for a battery system. Maybe you can do the thing right. So it's it's a two-way street, and it works certain ways. They definitely don't pay us for a review. They don't pay me to say a thing, right? But I mean, it's implied. I think sometimes that maybe you're not gonna trash it, and I try to be honest about the whole thing. I try not to be too close-minded, obviously, because I know that I'm just one guy and I have one perspective, and I try to look at things for several perspectives to see, right? So that I can give you a much broader perspective and much more angles, so that you can make a better decision, right? So that's what we're doing here. So I don't want to step too much in their toes and say like, hey, buy these batteries, because here's the thing. Our DIY batteries are so much cheaper than this, right? But also they require a little bit more work. So there are pros and cons to everything. And so, but I am going to show you one tonight just because we can, right? And by the way, I'm sorry I don't have a full review of this for you guys. I'm sorry, Blue Eddie, I don't have a full review. I know I owe you. I said I would release it. I would upload it by today, by the 15th, when this would go on sale or whatever, but I just couldn't. It's just, there's too much. I have too much in my plate right now. And so I'm sorry, but I'll do the review. I'll work on this, and it'll be a better review instead of rush like this. So I just decided to go live tonight and just, kind of talk about the little bit that I know about it. So if you have any questions about this system, then do post it in here, because it'll help me figure out, because maybe you guys are not even interested in this. Acapulco Run says, thank you for the 500 pesos, by the way. Mexican pesos. Look, that's how, I didn't even know how that's how you write 500 pesos. How can I get these in Mexico? So you're talking about these? I think they're available worldwide. Go to, there's a link in the description of this live stream. Hey, Misa, can they see the description on the live stream right now? Okay, if not, I guess we can post it on the thing here. And you can look in there and see if they have shipping to your country. I guess you're going to have to go. If you're getting interested in buying some of these, I'm going to post the codes that have quite a bit of discounts, right? So there's a group on Facebook where all the hardcore fans of this product are, and they've been salivating over this for months now, right? And so the moderators and stuff, they've been putting codes, and I have those in there because I'm a member of that. And so we're gonna post those in here so that you guys can save. Because if you just go to the website, you're just gonna pay full price for these, right? But there are definitely ways to do it. And so you also have to make an account. I don't know how fast these are gonna sell out. I think last time they sold, there's quite a bit of anticipation for these. People are looking. These are really cool. In fact, let's look at this. Look, this is the AC200 Max. It is way better than the AC200 AC, which is the previous version. It's smaller and it's lighter, but yet somehow it's got the same amount of battery, and it's got way more features. It's got it's got 2,000, just over 2 kilowatt hours of LiPo4, lithium iron phosphate battery, which is a super long cycle life on it, right? And it's safer. The only thing that is the downside is it's a little bit heavier and bigger, right? But they've managed to cram all this in here. And by the way, I am going to tear this apart to see how they did it and compare it to the previous version of it, right? That's coming up. It's got a 2,200 watt continuous output inverter right here on these, right? And then it's got 4,800 surge. So if you have like a big chop saw or some AC unit that has a huge surge on it or whatever, then this will be able to handle up to 4,000, 4,800, right? Which I guess is less than the last one. I think the last was like 5,000, I think. We can test that. We will test that when we finally get to it. It's got a 500 watt charging brick. So where's the brick? It's right here. Right? This is the brick charging brick. And of course, it's cool, but it's also not as cool because the competition has it built inside. And it doesn't add any weight. It just uses the same internal parts that are already here to do the inverting of the current. They just use it, and it's a much better, right? But on the pro side, you have a lot more freedom to change this thing, to leave it at home, not carry it, or put a bigger one. They can change it up. You can put two of these on the same unit so you can charge. So you have a lot more options. Way, way, way more options. This also works for the battery. The external battery comes with one of these, right? What else is going on here? Oh, for the first time now on this one, we have a USB-C capable of 100 watts, which is cool if you use like a laptop that uses USB-C and stuff. And by the way, my phone was dying, and I'm actually charging it with this battery right here, right now, because I was like, wait, my phone is not going to last through the whole live stream, right? So on testing, this only, out of the 2 kilowatt hours, it only yielded 1.6 kilowatt hours, right? So it's about an 80% efficiency, right? So you lose about 20% just to heat and just to run the screen and the fans and just losses in the whole system, right? So that's kind of low. They could definitely improve that. You know, the competition, they're nearing about 90%. So they could do that. But I guess it's not terrible. I guess, right? You can. I think they could better that with software. This is where we're at this level with these guys. So now the cool thing about this is the expansion batteries. And by the way, I don't know if we can take credit, but I've been doing expansion DIY expansions batteries for a while, right? I started this like maybe 2 years ago or something, and then we were doing the thing where we were tearing it apart and putting the thing in there. So now they're making their own, right? And so of course they're doing a better job than we can DIY. But but they're much more expensive. So that's the downside. The pro side is that they have a lot of flexibility. So on this one, for example, for the first time, it is just a standalone thing. Like you can literally just take this extended battery. It's the same size as this one, but it's just missing the whole inverter side. And you could use anything that's 12 volts, so the USB-C, the regular USB, the 12 volt 10 amp stuff. And you can charge it with a 58 volt brick like this one right here. Or you can use they have another device that is optional that you can do solar charging through it. And you can do a bunch of other type of charging through it. So that's, it gets a little confusing, but you could do that. And you can, if you just needed a battery to use it for 12 volts or something like that, then this would be perfect for you, right? And you don't have to, mess around with a big old unit like this. It's got a super simple thing here with lights. You just turn it on, and then it shows you the battery capacity with little lights instead of having the cool little, screen or whatever. So that's where that is. And I think that's on the pro side. On the downside is that the integration to this unit is not as complete as like EcoFlow, for example, right? Because, this is a separate device. You have to turn it on. If you forget to turn this one on and you only turn this one and you start charging it, then this one is not going to charge. It's just like a separate device, right? And so that's cool, but it's cool when you want to take it and separate it, but it's not cool if you want to just add more battery, right? And so that's kind of the problem there. Pros and cons, right? A lot of pros and cons. But as far as that, I mean, look, it's smaller and slider, and it's pretty powerful. And then, by the way, if this doesn't fit the bill for you, they have a bigger one, the AC200, and it does everything. But that's like a massive unit. And it's just so that you can set it, permanently or something. Smoke it, says Steve Casey. There we go. 2012. Let's see here. Honestly, would you even know that Bluity existed if they wasn't for YouTubers like Jay? No. So that's the thing about these guys. There are companies that have been making these forever. And there are companies, they're legacy companies, right? But they ask me about them, and I'm like, I don't know. They never send any stuff to reviewers. I don't see anybody review. They don't exist. This is a new marketplace now, right? And so, Yeah, they do exist, obviously, and there's people that use it, and there's people that swear by those companies and those products or whatever. But they're not iterating at the rate that these guys didn't even exist a couple years ago. These are like brand new companies that just popped up, and they're iterating so quickly. I mean, like the last one just came out not that long ago, and it was bigger, and it had less features and stuff, and now we're here, and a lot of the stuff that you guys have been asking for, the communities, boom, they have them here. So this is a new breed of products that are coming out here, and they're iterating fast, and that's what's exciting about this, because we're just nobodies, and we can tell these companies what we need, and they listen. It's crazy. I mean, when did that happen before? That never happened. You have to be important. You have to be, a big shot or whatever to get your word across, right, or whatever. Build your own. So definitely we will build our own. We have a project that we're working on, and tonight I'm going to show you just a tiny portion of it, just kind of a sneak peek of what we're doing. I wouldn't know half the world that existed. Thank you for that. The green power button is the selling point for me. Yes, giant green buttons. Now, people will complain that because the light is bright and green, there's a lot of energy being wasted there, which is probably true. I just, I'm a clown with solder gun. I can make fire with half a wave rectifier. That's right. That's why sometimes you just have to buy the thing, right? I mean, look, I know we all tend to look down on other people and stuff, but, you got to gain a little bit more perspective. That's what I always say, right? It's like, look, I got no beef with anybody. If you want to buy a thing, go ahead and buy it, right? I'll point you to the right one. I'll test it out, put it through spaces, throw it off of the building. I should probably do that once and throw it off the building, see. Because definitely this one doesn't seem as robust as the competition. But the thing is, it's hard to throw one of these off the building because you're talking about, how much is this thing going to cost? Well, we actually do have some images that show a bunch of the things on there, and including the prices and stuff. But let's see. Simple things like green power button. Yes. Add a green button. Yes. Wait, so what about with the red button? Red button's it's no good, right? Because that's trouble. That's problem right there. Yes, I'm grinding out here every day. I'm making, I'm always been doing this. Maybe you just hadn't seen it because I was in front of the camera. But now that I'm a little bit in front of the camera more often, you guys are like, whoa, what is this guy? What did this guy wake up to, What did this guy take? Just realized your new shirt is blue, now with same logo. Yes, we got the new logo, and I have another one that we're going to wear next time or whatever. I think we only have a couple of designs and stuff that we're trying out here. Thank you for all the content. Saved up enough to buy an 85 kilowatt Tesla battery to power my home. Whoa. How did you buy an 85 kilowatt Tesla battery? How much did you end up paying for that? Because those prices are fluctuating. They used to be less, and then they went up. And now I think that they're expensive still. There's a lot of demand for those because more people are realizing the value of that battery and how big it is. And so, yeah. I remember I used to be able to get an 85 kilowatt for like $8,000 or something on eBay. And now you're lucky if you paid $15,000 or something for one of those, right? These devices are so priced you can literally build one for a third of the price. I'll bet not. It's nice looking, unfortunately, and it's quite a bit of work. It's not that easy, right? Like this now. They used to be a joke when they started, right? It was just a cheap inverter, a cheap battery inside of a cheap box. But now they're getting up there. Now it's like it's legit. I used to be able to tear them apart, be like, this thing is junk. We could do this better. We can throw a bigger inverter for like half the price. But now it's getting harder because they are expensive. I give you that, but they are giving you quite a bit of battery, quite a bit of features. They're giving you nice inverters. They're giving you all kinds of options and connectors and things, right? So they're not. I wouldn't say they're overpriced because from what you're getting. Plus, I know how much work it takes to design one of these and build it because I build this stuff all the time. And so I'm like, if you value your time, then these are not overpriced. Or you add the stuff, the parts that you can get, and then your time that you're going to take and all the trial and error that you're going to do. So these things are kind of a deal for a lot of the times, right? Especially like right now, like tonight in this sale, there's quite a bit of discounts, right? So there's a discount for the AC300 and the B300 battery, for example. There's an $800 discount if you use that code, which is just the name of the product, AC300 B300, right? It's just with all capital letters and numbers. The AC200, which is this one, and this one here, there's $800 off on this one also, right? And you have to use the AC200 B300. And then just the battery itself here, there's $600. Wait a minute, really? $600? Well, that's the huge discount on that one for the B230. This is the B230 battery. So, yeah, when you order these on blueeddy.com, blueeddypower.com, I think that's the website, you got to put those in there, and it'll give you that price. By the way, and you should be making your account right now if you are in the market for one of these. Let's see, what are we doing here? Just had this shoved in my face all day. I apologize for that. Really? Well, yeah, I guess today is the day, right? People are just talking about it all the time. I just kind of feel bad that I couldn't just review this. I couldn't get to the video. We couldn't get to. We're just so busy. We're doing all kinds of other stuff, and so I'm like, this is going down tonight, and I feel, some kind of responsibility to help them out, get the word out, because they send the units. It's a symbiotic relationship, like I said, and stuff, right? And so I'm like, even if I don't like it as much maybe as the competition, I still kind of, have to present it and say, hey, look, this is what it does. Now, one of the things, as far as my opinion, someone else said, Hobotech, I think, said that this is a lot easier to carry around and stuff than the EcoFlow. And I don't agree with him. I think those little wheels and the little handle on that thing, it's amazing. It makes a huge difference. These things, you got to carry the entire weight. Do I know how much these weigh? Let's see. I don't have the weights for these. These are heavy, though. I don't want to pick them up. I mean, I'm going to be old or whatever and out of shape or whatever, but I don't want to pick this up and take them upstairs and, take them to the car. The other one, you just roll it up. You just do the thing like it's a heavy suitcase, but, So, yeah, definitely, we're giving out here our opinions. We're just, it's just, they're not paying us enough to, buy us our opinion off. But we definitely, try to help out and get the word out there that this is a thing that exists and stuff. Let's see. You're right. There's a lot involved with building something that works correctly all the time. Yeah. And these guys, by the way, they're offering, it's not like what's the saying? Like a flyby company or whatever. Like the EcoFlow 10-year warranty they were offering if you were part of the campaign. Right? So it's not like you're not getting anything by putting your order in and having to wait until they finish building it and stuff. They're offering you, it's like it's a two-way street. You're getting something for that. Right? These guys, it's a 5-year warranty, I believe. And then normally, I think it's a 3-year warranty. 3 or 2-year warranty. I have to look into that. But I heard it's something like that. It's just not as good as the competition, but you definitely have a warranty with these, and there's a lot of testing. I'll give you an example. There's a lot of us that were checking some of these units, and I didn't. You guys found a mistake on one of these other units on the EcoFlow unit, right? And so then we had to let them know, and it seems like maybe they knew and stuff, but I don't know. If they knew, they wouldn't have sent me that unit. So they knew sometime. I don't know when. And maybe we weren't the ones that let them know, but they definitely said that they were going to fix them and stuff. And so that's the other cool thing about people like me, trying to break their things, It's like, oh, let's see. Let's just power this. Let me see if I can do ridiculous things with this thing, right? let's see here. Beautiful product with a nice green button. How did the giveaway go? Oh, so by the way, the giveaway. In fact, why don't we carry the giveaway? Because here's what happened. We were working up to our 1,000 like. How many likes this thing got? You got to do more likes than this. Come on. Okay. If this hits, let me see. What time is it? 6:42. What's a good target to hit? But there's 83 of us. No, the 1,000's too much. We were already at 600. Look, if you guys can get this to 500 likes, I will give away that battery that I was going to give away at 1,000 likes on the other video. What happened is that YouTube cut the stream for some reason. We don't know why. I mean, it was 36 hours or something. How long was it going? And we don't know if a young channel like the other one or second channel doesn't have a lot of subscribers. I don't know if that's the limit. We don't know. We're still kind of puzzled as to why it ended or whatever. But since we didn't get to the 1,000 like over there, and I was going to give that battery. It's a 36 volt. By the way, it's a 36 volt battery that you can totally use with this. And it's 3.3 kilowatt hours. So it's bigger than any of these. This is 2, and this is 2, this is 4. So it's almost this amount of battery in a way smaller battery case that you can connect in here, and you can boost almost double your battery here. You could also use it separately to power any 36 volt devices. But hit the like button so you can get to 500, and then I'll do that giveaway here. Since we didn't get to do it yesterday or the whatever. Do a live teardown right now. He says we'll do the Mystery Science 2000 voice over text over. Yeah, I mean, we probably could, except, it would take too long. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay in this live stream that long. It's late, and I haven't had dinner. I got to get out of here. So, yeah, we were just going to be in here and kind of... Their website is down? No way. It was down? Oh, yeah. So the sale hasn't started. It's going to start exactly at 7, which is, what is that? 16 minutes, 15 minutes from now. So, yeah, so you can go and, make your account. I would suggest you do that if you're looking into buying one of these. Because if you don't, then, Hey, Misa, by the way, are you sure you're using the right link? Yes, but I gave you a short link because it's got a code in there. I know, but I don't see the code in there, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing the whole thing. Because if it doesn't have a unique identifying code in there, it's just you're just doing like a regular link or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, because I send it to you. Oh, it is like a unique identifier. Okay, well, all right. Well, hopefully it works. I guess it's not. So let me see. See if you can smash it with a baseball. I mean, definitely can smash it with a baseball. It might hurt the baseball though. We'll try it later. It's down right now. So Mark Francis is down. I don't know what down means. What does down mean? You could actually, it's like a 404? Skywalker says 444. That's a different code. I won one of the 50-cell bike. I won one of the 50-cell e-bike battery packs last night. I'm pretty excited about that. Oh yeah, David is one of the winners we gave away on the live stream here, kind of thing. Any discount code? Yes. So I guess let's type in the discount codes. In fact, let me see. Can I type them in? Wait, Misa, play the pictures. That folder with the picture. And I think what I can do is I can post that link myself too, just in case. How do we do that? Is it this one? As soon as he starts playing those pictures right here, and then we can see the thing. It didn't update. So I can type in those pictures right here. I mean the codes, right? So, and then yeah, of course you'll be able to see them here on the thing or whatever. So the main difference between the AC200 Max and the AC300 is that the 300 doesn't have an internal battery. Yes, it doesn't have no, but it's not the only difference. It doesn't have an internal battery, but it's also way bigger. The AC300 has two MPPT solar chargers. They're separate, and it can do up to 2,400 watts of solar charging. It also, the AC300 can do 3,000 watts of AC, right? Inverter, and then 6,000 watts of surge. So it's a much bigger unit. It can support 240 AC split phase. So that's the other big difference between this is just a single, half phase or whatever, 120. The other one will do a split phase 220, which means that they can power your house like legit. Like you can do all the things like the AC, anything that's 240 volts. The big range, some pool pumps or some big like devices that will use 220, like the full split phase. That one will do it. It's scalable to 24 kilowatt hours. So that the other one is like a legit, installable unit that you can have quite a bit of power, like backup power, like maybe a couple days or something, 2-3 days or something. The other one has a true UPS mode, and the main unit is 48 pounds because it doesn't have a battery. But then the actual battery, the B300, is like 80 pounds. Okay, I don't know if I can't pick up 80 pounds. Like that's just way too heavy. Maybe I'm a wimp, but I can't do that. And the other one is 72% efficient. It only on testing only did like just a little bit over 2 kilowatt hours. And you could do 3,700 watts for 30 seconds, but 3,000 watts. So that's the full for about 5 minutes. So that's the continuous, right? I don't know if continuous. It's not continuous if you can only do it for 5 minutes, I guess. But let's see. I won some of the batteries a long time ago and would love to win something else, says Luis Maduena. Well, there we go. If we can get this thing to 1,000 likes. How many likes is it? I can't see it. It went down to 0 to 1, just a 1 and 3 little dots. 134? Yeah. Oh, man. You guys are going slow, man. Come on. Does the Blue Eddy offer external battery connection? Does the Blue Eddy? Yes. Wait, I wonder what do you mean by blue? Yeah, so here's the cable. In fact, we have a little bit of time, right? We have 10 minutes to go. Here's the external battery, right? It's on the bottom here. Here's the giant cable that they gave us. It's almost like a thing. And then you put the picture. Yeah. So, they're just playing with it. Oh, they're playing. Okay, so that's the Blue Eddy. Yeah, I was going to show them the thing, but they can't see it. Look on the other side of the screen. So here we go. Here's the cable. It's got this big connectors. They're way bigger than the Blue Eddy ones, than the EcoFlows. And this one actually has a locking mechanism so that you can't accidentally take them off. The other ones don't have that, I don't think. And I wonder do you have to turn these off? I'm gonna turn this off. I don't want to blow this off in camera. I'm gonna feel dumb if I just spark it. I mean, it should be like a smart cable, right? So it clicks in there, and then you have to turn on the external battery. There we go. So that's how you connect them, and you can connect up to 2 of these because it's got 2 for external. So you can do 6 kilowatt hours on this unit here. But here's the crazy thing. Before we get there, this is, I think, like $1,200 tonight. I think that's how much you're gonna get it, right? For 2 kilowatt hours. But let's say that you don't have the money to do it. Let's say you're on a super tight budget, and you can only afford this thing because you don't want to mess around with building one, right? Well, let me show you our little battery that we're going to start making here, right? These right here are 4 of our scooter packs, the 20 cell scooter packs, right? And this would be 700 watt hours. So 700 watt hours. Let me do the math here. And this is it was $100. This is $100 worth of stuff, right? So how many of those would you need, right? So do 2,000 watts divided by 750. So 2.5 of these, right? So $250 basically of our battery would equal this right here, right? And this is going to be $1,200 tonight, and then it goes up to $1,600, right? So yeah, of course you don't have all the little bells and whistles. You don't have the thing here, but you could totally use it. Like here's the solar charging for the thing, and then you plug it in to the thing, and then you're gonna get to see charging, right? So it'll put 700 watts. I think at a rate of like 500 watts in there, right? And I'll put it in, then it'll charge it. You might be. What's that? Pre-order's open now? Oh, they just flipped the switch. So there you go. Now you can go and order some of these if you're interested. But definitely we're going to make a bunch of these available. And this is super cheap, right? Like you could definitely get one of these units if that's all you can afford, but you still need a lot of more battery. You can you can keep adding these. You just connect them in parallel, right? And this is just like a little cheap cable. There's absolutely no logic that you need to do to make this like the older systems that you would do. And so, yeah, this is a lot easier. And we haven't started building these yet, but we will. Also, on the also, this is a great e-bike battery. So 700 watt hours for $100. This is a deal right here. Like e-bikers don't know that these exist for some reason. They don't realize that this is an e-bike battery. It's just a 36 volt one, right? And actually, you could run this at 72 volts, which is like a high performance one. Which is the same thing you could do here. You can run this at 72 volts and it'll be more efficient and it'll put more of the energy in there. And by the way, that's not the only battery. We have a bunch of these other batteries too. And so I'm going to be showing you a bunch of ways to do this on the cheap. Right? If you don't want to do the whole project from start and do the thing, right? But again, if you don't have time to mess around with batteries and do the thing, then you just might as well just buy one of these systems. And it's gonna be hard for you because it's between this one and the EcoFlow, and they both have their pros and their cons. Some are, I like the EcoFlow better for many reasons, but if you're different than me and your situation is different, this might fit the bill better for you because you can split it apart. You can take only these pieces, right? Let's say that you like a trucker or something, and you have a bunch of 12-volt devices. You don't need to be messing around with an AC inverter, all this stuff. You could just get this thing, and this thing charges your phone, charges your laptop, charges your, powers your refrigerator, powers your thing. You get all those choices, and you can solar charge it, and you can charge it off of the wall. There's a bunch of different ways that you can do it. So, does that 700 watt hour scooter pack have low voltage cutoff? Yes, it's got a BMS included in there. So it's a full like scooter battery pack. So it's got a BMS that checks temperature, checks low voltage cutoff. The only thing is they're a bit wimpy. So each one can do like 6 amps, I think, max, and then they cut off, right? I think. And so this one will be able to do, 6 times 4, what is that? Yeah, so it's probably like a 1C battery, right? So it's like 6 times 4, 24. So you can get 24 amps out of that, right? It's times 36. Yeah, so it's a 1C battery essentially, right? Which is not great, but 800 watts on an e-bike, it's not shabby, right? 700 watts on an e-bike is not shabby. The ones that we're doing here is they're like 350 max and stuff, and yeah, we get around. It's cool. Right? Definitely not for performance ones. Maybe you'll use these other ones because these will output 10 amps. And so you just put a couple of these, you're at 20, you put 4 of these, you're around 80 amps. And so that's some serious power there. Let's see here. EcoFlow has 7xx surge. Um, I wonder what that means. Maybe lower the likes to 300, probably more realistic. Says, listen, that's what we thought the other day, but I mean, we were so close. We were so close. Yeah, and what time is it? It's not that late. How come we only have 150 people here? Well, I think it's because not everybody. Most of you guys in my channel are DIYers, and you're like, what? What are you doing? You're talking about some store-bought solar generator? What's wrong with you? I agree with you, but we gotta. We don't discriminate around here. It's cool. What is the giveaway at 500 likes? It's a big 36. It's a 3.3 kilowatt hour battery that's 36 volts. It's basically our top end scooter batteries. There's 8 of them inside a metal enclosure, and can put out quite a bit of power. I want to say like 200 amps or something. It's like a crazy battery, right? And so that's what we're gonna give. We're supposed to give that away on the last stream, but the stream died before we can reach our 1,000 like goal. Oh, the discount code, by the way, for these products is it's the name of the product. So this is a AC200 B200 230. Wait, let me say that again. AC200 B230. All capital letters. And for the one battery itself, it's just B230. When you are put it on your card, there's a place where you can put the code. You hit that code in there. And of course, if you're doing the AC300 B300, then that's the code you got to put. And then if you're just doing the actual battery, then it's just B300. And then they're interchangeable. I think there's only a couple of like combinations where they're not interchangeable. But these are backwards compatible. You can do this with your older AC200, AC200P, and even the older ones. So that's how it works. Yeah, AC200 to AC200 to 230 B200. Set the likes to 1,000, says David. I have 20 kilowatts from the battery wall for less than $2,500. Yes, that's when you're doing DIY. Those are the numbers that you get, right? 20 kilowatt hours. Did I do that on the last video? Wait, that's cheap. Let me see. CT675. What kind of battery did you end up doing for that? Let me see. Let me do the math here. $2,500 divided by 20 kilowatt hours. $125 a kilowatt hour. Now, here's the real question. How long did it take you to put it all together, right? And you're just talking about the battery, right? You're not talking about the inverter and the cables and the boxes and the conduit and the thing, right? It's like all the stuff that has to go into building a full pack, right? And so, yeah, like I showed with the EcoFlow how easy it is to plug it into your building. You literally just walk it up, set it down, take out your cable, plug it in, boom, you're ready to go. Same thing with this and the other larger unit. It's gonna be pretty crazy. Like, it's expensive. It's a lot of money, but definitely you could just. Where do I click like? So there's a like button in the bottom of this screen right here when you're watching. Unless you're watching like on a TV, maybe. I don't know. I've never thought about that. If people are watching on TV, it might not be as easy to figure out where the like button is, and also definitely not if where the description is, because we put the links in the description. We used to put them on the other thing up here, but it's just annoying and it doesn't work. The B300 also works with the EP500 Pro. That is true. So if you order the EP500 Pro, which is that other unit that I reviewed, that's that big unit that's got little wheels, and also it's made mostly for, permanent installations. It will power your entire home or your building. It will support dual units to do split phase through like another little the power thing that you do, like a special transfer, not a transfer switch. It's like a distribution box, like a panel. It's a panel. That one, the B300 battery packs, expansion packs will work with that one also. I'm having too much fun chatting. Had to close chat to find the like. Oh, there you go, Jake. Yes. If you extend the chat, then you can get a bigger thing. That's what we do here, because definitely like the things would go. The comments used to go really crazy where I couldn't read them, so we had to put the slow mode on because, yeah, people were just typing question, and I wouldn't get to any. I mean, even like this, I'm skipping a bunch of them, right? I'm sorry if I skipped your question or your comment or whatever. I don't mean to do it. It's just I really want the EP500, the UPS feature would keep me a more peaceful mind. Okay, so the AC300 has a true UPS feature. Now, I didn't get that. They didn't send that to me. I'm not like at the top of their thing. And it's just because you guys don't buy enough of these products, right? Like, even smaller channels than me will review these things and they get more sales and they get, and so they're like, oh, let's send these guys first, right? So the reason why I didn't have time to do the review this is because they just send it to me. And so, all the other guys, they've had them for months, like 2 months, a month before they actually went on sale for the first time. So I'm second tier for them. So, and I get it. I don't mind, whatever, it's like I'm usually pushing some other stuff. I'm pushing the DIY stuff. That's my main thing. So, okay, 7. So, yeah, it was 7. It's finally live. 20 kilowatts for 2,500 DIY is fair, but most people don't have the knowledge or time to figure that out, so they'd rather spend the money. Also, UL, and then the ratings, the UL listings, the UL approved certification, right? Which is that means you can fight your insurance company if they wanted to not pay a claim because something went wrong or whatever, right? Yeah, we haven't had that much. I know that some people have had DIY stuff in their garage and they haven't had too much problem, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of stories where they have had quite a bit where, like, because insurance companies are looking for any way to not pay out a thing. The AC200, because my wife needs simplicity to just turn it on, plug it in. Yes, so you're paying for a lot of that stuff. Dude, this little screen here, it's pretty cool. Like, the difference between this one and, for example, the EcoFlow is this one gives you a lot more info. The EcoFlow is just like, you just need to know these simple things, and that's it. We're not going to tell you voltages of batteries and temperature of the thing and the fault codes. This thing has a very elaborate fault code thing. You can literally go dig in there and see what's happening to figure some problem, if it may be like recurring problem and stuff, right? With the EcoFlow, it's a little bit more limited and stuff, right? But it's a lot easier to use. This one, you can get in trouble. You can just get lost in the menus and all that stuff, right? Thumbs up is great until you hit it. Oh, there you go. That's a good way to know. Hit that like button. We're at 200. Look, we need 300 more to go. We can get there. I know it's only 180 people coming in here right now, but you guys are shuffling through. A lot of you guys are coming in here, and then they're like clicking on the link, and they're going over there. But then you guys are coming back, and there's people that are like, hey, what is this about? And then they're like, that they hit the like button. Which one do you like better? Yeah, so I lean more towards the EcoFlow. I like that design. I think the engineering, that's a lot better. But I'm saying all that without having taken this apart yet. So I might be wrong. This might be ahead of all the previous ones, right? And so, but I've already reviewed the EcoFlow, and I've seen it, and it's amazing. I'm a fan. I'm like, I geek out on the design, industrial design of that team. They do very well. I'm like, man, one day I'm gonna make a product that's gonna be up to par with them. It's gonna be a long time before I get there, right? Let's see. Well, I just got a notification from another YouTube channel reviewing the Blue Eddy, a YouTuber who doesn't do giveaways, by the way. Oh, there you go. It's been a whole 24 hours since my last win. Let's do it again, says Unfinished Plan. So everybody's showing up. By the way, I was arguing. Again, there's a bunch of haters. I was arguing on Facebook this morning with people, and they're like, yeah, you faker. You don't even give away stuff. It's just all fake. I'm like, come on, man. Go watch the stream. And by the way, you couldn't see the stream because the stream wasn't live yet on the second channel. 24 hours since last loss. Trying not to do that again, says Tom Reg. Oh, okay. There you go. Here's another chance. How do we enter? Just comment here. You got to be in the United States, and then you got to comment, and then I'll pick a random one at the end or whatever. I'm ready to see you, PCB board. I'm 40. They hire the like button from people over 30. They hide it? Yeah, probably. Yeah, YouTube. I wouldn't put it past them. Those YouTube gods are terrible. Down the menu rabbit hole, Garcia picks one commentator. Yeah, so I just go on my channels and just bam, you won. It's just I would like to keep it simple. I'm ready to see the PCB board for DIY solar charger. Oh, which one is that? Just trying to add some more storage to my lowly 882 watt hour. What's the lowly? There's so many of these units that I don't know because I don't review them. I should hire someone just so they can buy them and review them, right? There's so many. I turn down quite a bit. People hit me up all the time. I'm like, look, honestly, I just don't have time to do it. I barely have time to do this, right? Like, I mean, I haven't. So I don't like to let people down. AC200 Max is probably for me without the batteries. AC200 Max, yes. So this, yeah, and then of course you can get our own super cheap $100 batteries, and that whole thing. The EcoFlow Max too. It's once you hold these, you appreciate the EcoFlow Max. You're like, oh my god, this is so light. And the features are just a little bit less, some a little bit more. And you're like, this is the one. That's why I was like a fan of it. And I kind of explained, it doesn't come across when you're talking about it. But trust me, you don't want to pick these things up. They're heavy, except, the lightest ones. But you don't want to give too much of the features, right? So I think that's why it's one of the best ones. Anyone know Blue Yeti EcoFlow offers payment plans? I don't know. Just ordered the B230 to expand the capacity of the AC200 I have. That's cool. I will work for Jay, who says 2 commas entertainment. There you go. Send us your resume. I don't know when to buy. Every time I buy a new one comes out. That's true. I don't think you're safe. I think it's just technology keeps going up so quickly that you no matter what, you got to buy something, because if you keep waiting, you'll be waiting till the end of time. That's just, I think, the thing. Yeah, so these are not on Kickstarter right now. These are on actual Blue Yeti's website. This is not a crowd-funded thing. You're actually paying for a unit that is either built already, and it's either on its way to the destination, like the warehouses or whatever. These are, batches. They build a batch, and that's why they weren't taking orders all this week until today. They're like, we have X amount, 500 units, 1,000 units, whatever it is that they have. We put it for sale, and then this is way better than the different thing. Jay, once these corporate scooter brand retire, their scooters, are the batteries done? So no, they're not. We're testing them, and they have so much life in them. These things, those scooters died so soon. Most of these batteries are like lightly used, right? They either got vandalized or their companies went belly up. They're just so crazy. Now, every once in a while, you will find one that's just beat the hell, right? And so, definitely that's not the norm. We're seeing most of them are lightly used, and they have like 80-90% of the capacity still left on them. I have lots of solar panels and very little battery capacity. That's it. You need to buy some of our DIY batteries. Would be awesome to win one of these for when we're camping. Yes. Have you ever thought of selling solar panels, new or used? I have. They're just so big and hard to ship, and but I never say never. EcoFlow Max doesn't have lithium iron phosphate battery. Yes, that's true. But in the long run, I know the cycle life, it doesn't play as big a role as you think. You think you're going to use the hell out of these things, and you're going to go through 1,000 cycles. But the reality is that you're not. Whatever. You're a band lifer or whatever, someone that's using it day in, day out. Yes, you're going to get a lithium iron phosphate. But if you want this just the backup, to go camping, to, that sort of stuff. 1,000 cycles is more than you'll ever need. In fact, that thing will break down before you'll get old. You'll pass it to your kids. Something will happen before the 1,000 cycles. I'm going to be getting these and taking the batteries out, and then we're going to be putting them in other things and recycling them. That's what's going to happen. That's just because that's how it's been happening with every other thing there. AC Max ships in 6 to 8 weeks. Wait a minute. So according to this thing, these here will ship. So whatever you order tonight, the Blue Eddy will ship in 1 to 2 weeks. That's what they have said in their group and all the moderators over there. Now, how accurate is that? I don't know. Maybe you guys probably could tell me if you guys have bought stuff from there before. But that is the official word, that 1 to 2 weeks from the date of paying right now. And so, yeah. Love to get the AC200. Got the Delta Pro Smart Guts generator and expansion through Kickstarter. There you go, Anthony G. You can also get solar panels. Joseph, thank you. You rock. You really like your bids on your website. Thank you for that. $1,700 for a Blue Eddy and $1,800 for the EcoFlow Max. I need help now deciding. $1,700 for the Blue Eddy, this one, and the $1,899 for the EcoFlow Max. That's going to be hard. Are you going to use it every day? Are you going to carry it often? Because if that's the case, you want to go the EcoFlow. But if you don't, if you want to use it kind of like a mostly stationary thing, like put it in your van or whatever, maybe this is the better one because it's got longer life. It's got way more features. It's got the 30 amp things. You can add the external, although you can add external batteries to that one also too. But I think those are the main differences between those. Do you have any new batteries coming out of your storage soon? Yes, I do. We have different setups and different things. Definitely. We're working hard to get those out. It's just the blue. I can't read that thing. Z Torres. Yeah, sorry, it just went up, and I'm going too slow here. You guys are going too fast. Is there a way to attach your 100 DIY pack for direct use versus research? No, this is a 36 volt battery pack, and these have 48 volt pack internal batteries. And even if we could, you'd have to do some DIY hacking that would most likely void your warranty and stuff, right? If they were to find out, obviously, right? But no, this is definitely a way that they do support because they actually, in fact, this battery connects to the AC200 and all the previous one the same way that this one connects, that are DIY, right? So they couldn't say, hey, no, I won't support it because you're connecting a thing in a different way. It's like that's how they're connecting theirs and stuff. So yeah, so unfortunately, no, there's like our own DIY batteries are kind of always going to be, unless maybe in the future when we get the 48 volt scooter batteries, then maybe we'll look for a thing. Maybe what we'll do is we'll hack these. We'll get the protocols and we'll find that connector and then bam, DIY. Never say never. Never say never, right? There's a lot of smart people watching here, and these are popular enough that maybe we'll figure that out. If not, and not me, by the way, I'm too dumb to figure that out, but someone will help me, and then we'll get it there. It's possible. You could fly for days with one of these. My only issue with these bat boxes is that they're limited solar input. Yeah, this one will do. What's the solar input on this one right here? 700 out of the 900. Well, yeah, you got to get the voltage really high, I think, which is hard. It's a little bit off, I think, in the panels. But yeah, I think possible 900, but I think in reality it's around 700 of these. But you can double charge. There's another device that you can plug in here. Then you can also connect the solar panel. And then, so you can get there. It's just, you could 1,400, I think, watts total on this one. You can do solar charging. Of course, you need some other things to do it. Yes, hit the like button. People, come on. Do Blue Eddy and EcoFlow have Android apps? Yes, they do have Android apps. Oh, and I should test those because I do have an Android now. And I got it mostly just for that, so I can test a bunch of these. I have a t-shirt idea that states I void warranties. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes. We do void warranties. Well, we voided the original warranty on the Delta because I did a live. Let's hack this thing and put an extra connector so we can connect an extra battery. um, let's see here. What new technology are you looking for to most? I don't know. I tend to not look too much forward because I live in the now, and the stuff that is I deal with trash. I deal with stuff that's discarded, and that's the stuff that has a lot of value because we're hacking it, right? It's like this is like I don't know, like $200 worth of batteries, but I can sell them for $100 and make money because someone else already discarded it. That their original use was no longer valid or whatever. So that's where I live. I live in like how we can do most with the least. And so newer technologies are usually kind of for dreamers, right? Like you got to pay quite a bit a lot. What's going on here? Someone's calling me? Where's my phone? Okay, someone was calling me. Sorry. I think it's probably my wife. I don't know who it was. Let's see here. Yes, solar generator Kickstarter coming soon. I'm trying not to. I don't like Kickstarter, but I don't mind these companies using it because it's a great way to get a lot of exposure, right? And so that's good. And by the way, the bigger companies are less likely to scam people because they have offices around the world, and you could sue them, and they have more to lose. And so that's why I don't get why people have such a big, especially the YouTubers. Like, why would you have an issue with the big companies using Kickstarter? If anything, you should have an issue with the smaller companies because the smaller companies usually tend to scam more people, right? They're just kind of, fly-by companies that just pop up out of nowhere. It's super easy to build a prototype, anything, right? And so then they could make a video, they could do the thing, and then everybody, all of us gives the money, and then they just disappear with their money, right? So if anything, yeah, you should only support the big companies that are on Kickstarter or on their website. But you shouldn't. I don't know. I don't see the thing about them having an issue. I know a lot of you guys have an issue with people using, and that's the reason why this is on their website now and then not on Kickstarter. Jehu, the 36-volt scooter 9-watt batteries do not glow red down the side when charging. Do you know why? Do not. Oh, there's an app. You got to hack the thing and change the software. And once you change the software to the retail version of it, then you're allowed to. You have some features that allows you to turn on and off lights to turn off those features. So if you have one and those lights don't light up, it's because that feature was turned off on the scooter when that battery came out of. And so, I mean, there's a way to turn it on, but it's yeah. I guess you can get a controller and you can get a dashboard like a retail version, and then you can connect that battery to it, and then you can go into the app and then do the thing, and then that's how you can change it. CT600 says thank you for the $5. Wait for Bluity to go belly up. Even then we can get them way cheaper. I don't know. Bluity's gonna go belly up. I think they're selling quite a bit of these, and this is an emerging market. They're doing great. Look at the EcoFlow. They did $12 million, and then the other ones they did like $5 million or $3 million for the EP500. These guys, and these ones we don't know because now it doesn't work that way. Now they're doing pre-orders on their website, right? Let me drink a little bit here. famous last words. I mean, I think it's my wife because she's the only one that calls me. That's what I mean. I don't mean like it's my wife or someone else. I received my Jack 35 DIY HP 7S kits today. Oh, right. Thank you. Post pictures of your build so that we can now see what you're doing there. You earned my thumbs up. Never say never. There you go. Another thumbs up. Come on, guys. Let's hit the like button so that we can get to 500. Look, we're halfway there. 7:21, and it's only been 20 minutes since this thing's the sale started or whatever, right? By the way, do we have an update on sales? Have they sold out yet? I don't know if they're selling out. Two got more because of Kickstarter or maybe GoFundMe. I think Super Troopers 2. Oh, Super Troopers? I wonder what Super Troopers is. Whoever made the comment about wife using the unit, thanks. That helped me decide not to build, but to buy. Oh, yeah, the wife. Here's the thing that I wanted to do when I was reviewing the EcoFlow. I don't know if this one will do it. I guess if this one does it, I can still do it. Because I couldn't do it, and so I wanted to take it home, and then I wanted to simulate, having a blackout, a shut off or whatever, and then have like my wife call me, is like, hey, the power went out. Is there anything we can do? And I'll be like, oh, let me just turn it on remotely, because with the EcoFlow you could do that, and I don't know. I think you could do that with this one. I think you can do it with the AC300. I think so. That would be cool to be able to like turn it on for your wife, right? Like she's at home, you're at work, and she's like, hey, the lights went off. Is there anything you can do? And I'm like, hold on, let me pull up my phone. Doot, 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 doot. Boom. How cool would that be, right? And I wanted to capture that on video and stuff, but I just didn't have time. I'm just so short for time, Something incredible, right? Does anyone see used bi-directional charger to connect different voltages, chemistries, batteries? Nobody's made a thing like that yet, but it's possible. I want to convert my motorcycle to electric and utilize level 2 J1772 charging. Should I get a specific 18650 and BMS? No, you need, on any bike, you need kind of like a power cell. You need something that will do like between 5 and 7 Cs. Yeah. Unless you're doing like a huge battery, like long range vehicle, I would say stay with a battery that can do between 5 and 7 Cs. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's just. Can we have more details on that 700 watt-hour pack? Interested? Oh, yes. So these are the 20 cell scooter packs that we're selling on our website for $25. These are 4 of them put together and then just shrink wrap. I literally did this in 5 minutes. I went and grabbed 4 of these, did the thing, and then I just did this thing, which we're gonna make a bunch of these. This is just an XT90 female to 4 XT30s males, and these have XT30 males. You just connect them in there, bam! You just made a battery 700 watt hours that will do what do we say, 15 amps, 20, 18 amps? I think it's like 18 amps or something at 36 volts, right? So 1C, about 700, a little bit over 700, I think, watts out of this one, right? And so for $100 plus the little cable or whatever, that's a steal right there. You get 3 of these, and then you have the same amount of battery that will cost you, $1,700 or retail $1,300 tonight. I think that's what you could get and stuff. Of course, you don't get all the little the green light. You definitely will not get the green light with that one, but you do get blinking blue lights and red lights. When it's charging, they turn red and they're blinking, and when they're discharging, they turn blue and they blink. Sold out. Just kidding. Would it be better to use pre-built system or to build your own unit for a totally off-grid house? Well, depends. If you're good at building, you should build something because you can do it for a lot less, but you will spend more time designing and building, right? But if you just need something or you're not inclined to build something, buying it is better because, well, you can literally just order it, and then when you get it, within minutes, you could probably start using it, right? So that's the only thing. $600 coupon for the thing is, B230. Yeah, make sure you guys use those codes, because if not, you're going to pay full price for that. Since the new EVs are first gen for many car manufacturers, do you think they'll have issues and market will be saturated with batteries for you to make more goods? Yes, that is true. I mean, look at GM right now. They have over 200,000 vehicles that they cannot, that have been recalled because they have bad batteries. The only problem is that the batteries are bad. I don't want to use them. I don't want to put them in my house, right? They're actually physical things that are on the cells and on the, I think in the cells and not in the packs that will cause them in certain conditions to for them to catch fire. Now, luckily, they're not super dangerous. I think only like 4 cars have burned or whatever, but they've identified an issue and they've recalled. This is billions and billions of dollars of losses for GM across a bunch of lines of cars, right? Including the Hummer, that new Hummer that they're gonna make, or that might be jeopardized right now because they might not have batteries to actually release that on time, anywhere near around in time, because now they have a huge problem trying to source a huge amount of batteries just so they can replace the 200,000 vehicles that are now those. There's gonna happen, something's gonna happen to those batteries, but I'm definitely not gonna get them and try to use them and because those are defects, right? And so I'm not into that. I'm into using stuff discarded, that it's obsolete or whatever, but like stuff that is known defect, that's a bit too dangerous, right? And so yes, to answer your question, there will be that scenario, but there will also be a scenario where the reason why they're coming off is like it's because they're damaged or they're defective. No rest for me, man. I work all day and then I stream all night. That's how it works. It would seem the AC300 would be a cool DIY project since all the batteries would be external. You could even do a 36-volt plan and use those screw batteries. Yes. So I'm building a thing. It's coming. I know I keep saying it's like, I'm doing this thing. It's coming. I'm doing this thing. It's just, I sound like a broken record, I know. But it is happening. You got to be patient. Just got to be patient. Rob Max is new member. Hey, welcome, Rob Mac. Thank you for joining the channel. Best to store your backup system in a Faraday cage structure. Yes. Do you have a Ling? I don't know what a Ling is. There is a cool open source Buck module found called Fogu DIY 1 kilowatt open source MPT solar charge controller. I hope you check it out. Huh. I gotta check that out. Quinn, can you send me a link to that? Maybe on the... Yeah, you can send me an email, jhoodjack35, or maybe post it in the comment. Because, see, I guess this will stay here, but it's going to be hard to go through the whole thing, right? Let's see. Screwed up big. Are those blue batteries better than the metal power scooter wall? No, I mean they're not better. These are actually lower tier. They're smaller cells. Those other ones are premium cells. They're 3,400 milliamp hour Panasonics. Like it doesn't get any better than those cells. These are either Eve or they're Samsung cells, and they're 2,600 milliamp hours. LG or Eve, 2,600 milliamp hours. So no, these are not. But they're similar price, per kilowatt hour kind of thing, right? So it wasn't GM. It was so it wasn't GM. It was LG Chem, which is their supplier, battery supplier, that made a mistake. But GM is gonna lose a lot of money because they basically chose LG Chem as their supplier, right? And so I don't know how's that gonna go. They're gonna share the losses? How's that gonna work? I don't know. It's a huge one. Billions of dollars is gonna in battery disaster there. Now we know why Tesla makes their own batteries. Yep, now they are, right? They used to have Panasonic make them, but they were like, hey, eventually we want to make our own, and they did. They started. So now I think Gigafactory is making a lot of the batteries themselves. It was LG. I'm sure GM is making LG foot that bill. Let's see here. Do you think battery prices will come down over the next 5 years? Yes, definitely they will come down because we're using so many more. And we're bringing in mining back to the United States. There's a lot of, effort to bring mining back. Also, the recycling stuff. We are not sending as much of these raw materials back to China. We are actually processing some of those in here. J.B. Struble just did a huge announcement about a huge factory where they're going to process the raw materials. So because of those things, now there's happening here, within the States now that we don't have to pay for all the shipping back and forth and all that stuff. And so they're going to become much cheaper. And there's just more batteries, so they're going to become cheaper. Some are going to be more expensive, but for us, overall, the whole thing is going to be cheaper. GM is horrible to be a vendor of. Doesn't surprise me. Do you ship to Puerto Rico? No, I'm sorry, I can't ship to Puerto Rico. There's too many restrictions. Anytime you have to go over a sea or an international border, there's a lot of restrictions when it comes down to batteries because they're considered hazardous materials. Do you have the link for the battery pack on for your online store? Yes, Misa, can you post that thing? It's a 20 cell pack on our website. The 20 cell, yeah. 20 cell, yeah. Do you let me see. No way inflation is at 5% minimum currently. I'm interested in a modern Wi-Fi UPS. How about a populated board with 12 volts? Yeah, I don't know. Gave a like just to help the winner out. Thank you, Skeptic. Thank you so much for what you do. I thank you for all your support, guys. Do you think you'll get more power boxes for sale anytime soon? Just a box. I have over 160 PCB and I want them in a box. No, we don't have those boxes anymore. Well, I mean, I guess never say never, right? But yeah, those were kind of limited. Those were in limited numbers, and I think we have very little of those, and those are made into kits and stuff. Um, yeah, we don't. I mean, unless we get more of those packs, which I guess it could happen, then we can get more of those. But yeah, those unfortunately, like all the stuff that I get, it's in limited basis. Once the big loads come in, maybe a few more trickle in after that, and then but mostly they're done. Get the likes up, 319. Come on, guys. Oh, look at that. We're gonna get there. Uh, we're almost there. Come on, guys. 500 likes. We can get to 500 likes on 199. It's working. People are YouTube is sharing this video because of the likes. That's what happens. Um, what's the best voltage battery to use to build a system? Well, the most depends, right? Depends what size. You're good with 12 volts if you're doing just a little small thing. You're 24 for a mid-size system. 36 you could use also on a mid-size system. But if you're doing like a huge system that could do 4,000 watts or even bigger than that, then you got to start thinking about 48 volts, right? And those are the big standards on the low voltage standards. Now there are like higher 96 volts, 72 volts, but there's less equipment for that. But the higher you get, right, output on the system, then the higher you have to go on voltage. It just works a lot better. But then the more expensive the equipment gets because it's just much more rare. Battery only can travel via ocean and large orders only. Yeah, and now I mean some countries I won't even take used battery. There's so many restrictions. If the US begins manufacturing, prices will increase. America will never settle for Chinese wages. Plus moving manufacturing to the US will take a decade or more. Yeah, but there's a lot of I guess it could be argued that China is the king at automation too. They are light years. From what I hear, they're light years ahead of us in automation. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it'll go up because but maybe the savings that we don't have to the traveling across the world. It's becoming really hard. Look at what the COVID did to world shipping, right? And so maybe the world shipping will stay unstable for the time being for the unforeseeable future, and so maybe that's what we'll save on that. And even though labor will increase, maybe it'll stay the same, or maybe it will go down. I don't know. I guess you're right. There are a lot of variables to consider here. Patience, they'll get back at there. So, do you see the used scooter battery supply dropping now? The scooter rental companies are in decline. Definitely, yes. They're not 100% gone. There are still quite a bit of scooters. We're seeing like second, third generation scooters starting, lots starting to come in. But there are still quite a bit of this first generation. I have a tiny lot, and I have a warehouse full of like tons of these packs, right? And I just have a tiny portion of this one stream that I know. There's a bunch of other guys that are doing this, so it just depends, how thirsty we are for batteries, and it seems like it's a huge market. So yeah, I think it's gonna shift over to bigger batteries. There's always like little lots of little things. Like we got some lots. Apparently, we didn't know what those batteries were, but now we figure out that it's from some medical equipment, and there's quite a bit of those, right? And so there's gonna be odd battery lots here and there for that stuff. But those scooter definitely, they're not gonna be as popular as they were once here. I think as things settle down, those companies, a bunch of them went belly up or they got sold or whatever. A bunch of people lost money in there. Will you be getting more scooters? Yes, the next shipment. I just don't know when that's happening. Hi Juan, I got your 30 cell 8 amp pack. There's positive and negative in the back of the pack. You use it to charge the pack. How can I get my hands on some retired scooters? If I have to go out in the middle of a night with a plug hoodie, I will. Patrick, we have a bunch of scooters. I don't want to sell them because there's not enough money in them. We're right now. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit up all our guys that they bought like in bulk. So if I don't have to take them off a pallet, because see that's the problem, right? Is like he was saying, American labor is really expensive, and so I'm like I have like whatever. I have a $50 scooter, but it's gonna take $200 for me to take it off and clean it and put new parts and test the thing. It's not worth it because then now I have to sell it at $250 and I still don't make any money, right? So I'm like, it doesn't make any sense for me to do it. Maybe I can pass it on to someone else, the DIY people, and do it. But even just grabbing a scooter off the thing and put it in a box because they're big and heavy, and you gotta take them apart so you can put it in a box. So that's labor, and so even at that, it might not be worth it for me to sell. And I bought a small lot. It's not like a huge. I mean, I'll give you an example. It was like 1,500 scooters that are available, and I thought, well, I don't know if I want them, because I kind of already know the amount of work. So I just order a small lot, a couple hundred of them, right? And so now I have them here, and I'm looking at them every day, and I go, it's. So I think that's one way to do it. Hit us up if you can buy, a few more than just one. Definitely, we will be willing to give you a deal because I don't want my guys touching them because they're just a bit like there's so much work that will take so much time to figure them out and stuff, and I can't pay for the labor, unfortunately, because then it just doesn't make sense. Then I'm gonna have to sell them for the same price as a new one, and you're like, that doesn't add up. That doesn't work. Let's see. China may put sanctions on us to stop the shipping. Yeah. You need to listen to Cliff High, and our future looks a lot different. Maybe I'm crazy and I don't know what I'm talking about. That's actually very likely. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do you think you'll get any power box? Oh, wait a minute. We already read that one. Can you share your battery sources? I mean, I can share some sources, but other sources I can't because they don't want to be known. They basically don't want to deal with the reason why a lot of these batteries come to me is because they don't want to deal with the end customer, right? With the public. And so that's why we have to sometimes conceal. Sometimes we have to take batteries parts apart, like apart, so that the branding is not there because they absolutely don't want to hear about these batteries. That's why they pay someone, to get rid of them and stuff. And so sometimes our sources are those people, and so we can't share all those. But some of the other ones we can. We work with all the other battery, battery hookup, battery clearance house. It's just a nice, tight-knit group of people that are doing this. And we buy from each other. We hold batteries for each other. We'll move things here. That sort of stuff. That's how it's kind of working out. It's the same key players and stuff. But usually, yeah, definitely, like, a lot of the times it's like, can you buy a truckload of batteries? If you can't buy a truckload of batteries, you definitely don't need to be bothering, this other guy, right? Because he's just moving truckloads of batteries, and you only need one. Come on, you're killing me here. I need you to get rid of. I need to get rid of 5 truckloads this week, kind of thing. So, um, what kind of information can you give on building a battery that can charge fast? Well, I don't know what kind of info you're looking for, but we definitely, we have some like lipos, for example. Those are 50C. Oh, charge fast though. Huh. I think I don't. I wonder what your definition of fast, because most batteries can safely charge up to 1C, so in 1 hour, right? But if you're really looking like way faster than 1 hour, then yeah, I guess you're looking for another battery. I don't know too many batteries that can do faster than that. How many battery packs do I need to buy to get a free scooter? Ooh, Stacy. I mean, if you buy 50 packs, I'll give you a free scooter. Huh, maybe that's. Well, the thing is, I don't want to have my guest. Yeah, if you buy 50 packs of any, then I'll send you a scooter. I'll have my people take one down, put it in a pallet, bam, and then get it out. I watched your wake up scooter battery video, but my 20-cell scooter batteries still won't wake up. Oh, contact us, Black Knight Roughneck. We have a bunch of them. We can definitely help you out there. We can send you some other batteries, and then you can try them out and stuff. And yeah, this. Oh, actually, you need to look at the video where I showed you how to wake them up, because there's a step that we figure out much later than that video to wake up the batteries, and that might be very helpful for you. You might be able to wake those batteries up. Watch that one video. It's like how to wake up batteries in 2021, or the best scooter batteries in 2021, or something like that. That's the title. Definitely, yeah. We figure out how to wake them all up, because we needed to see, what we got. How much money are we talking about? I consider buying a pallet. Yeah, send us an email. We'll definitely tell you. I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to do some math and stuff, right? Because I haven't done that. But definitely we'll consider. I need to get rid of them. They're in the way, and we have bigger fish to fry. It's like the least thing that we are doing right now. And right now it's like there's the projects that I'm like, these are important because we have so many of them. We need to move them. We need to figure out projects for them, and that's what I'm spending most of my time in. In a website selling insurance for 179 Blue Eddy. Insurance? For 179 Blue Eddy 200p, should I get the insurance? $179. Damn, I never buy insurance. I never buy insurance, and I never regret it. I have good luck with products. Usually don't ever. I've always regretted getting insurance. But I don't know. Maybe you're more prone to accidents, so maybe $179 or a $3,000 thing maybe is worth it. I don't know. It's hard to say. Depends. It depends who you are. Usually I don't get insurance, by the way. But that's just me, right? What are we doing on time? 7:45. Come on, guys. 3:55. We need to get there. 145 likes more. We'll give away the battery. Then we go home. Broker a deal. Yeah, like the people who I deal with, they don't even want to deal with the people that can buy a pallet. They want to deal with truckloads. Been watching your channel for years. How about quite a few 650 cells PCB boards through your channel? I have learned so much. Thank you for the work you do. Thank you for General South for that. Those are kind words. They mean a lot. There is a PIA factor. Pain in the ass? Okay. The scooter introduce. I wonder what does that mean? What do you mean? You have to elaborate on that. Faster you charge, the more degradation. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The faster you charge batteries, it's just the faster you kill them. Yeah. So you can charge all batteries quick. It's just, how fast do you want to kill them? You can discharge batteries really quick too. It's just they won't last very long, I'll give you an example. lipos, right? They charge them really fast, discharge them really fast. A lot of those, they don't last more than 100 cycles. And by the way, they're quite dangerous, right? They have to charge them in these bags that are anti-flame in a box. And when you look at the RC crowd, they go to a lot of trouble to like charge it and put it over there because a lot of them catch fire because you're essentially just you're torturing those batteries, right? So the same thing would happen with all of them. If you would use a lipo like the way that we use all these other ones, they would last longer. They would last way many more cycles. It would be way safer. And we do. Those are the same ones that you find on an iPhone, for example. The chemistries are very similar. They're not that different. It's just the use that we give them is a little bit different. So, are you familiar with the Atlas Motors electric vehicles? No, I'm not. Insurance is a scam, says David. Yeah, I tend to believe with that. Are you getting more aluminum wall batteries? No, those are the ES200 scooter batteries. As far as I know, there's no more coming. But there's a lot different models that are coming, and some might be very similar to that, like in an aluminum casing. We have some that are very similar to them, but they're not in aluminum casing. They're in a plastic casing. But they have the same type of cells, the same arrangement, the same 40 cells. The BMS is a little bit less proprietary, so you don't have to use that thing to wake them up kind of thing. So they're better. But I kind of have to go through them to see, because there's two different kinds and before we list them and stuff. Are the blue batteries in the battery next to you? No, these are lithium iron phosphate, LiFePO 4. These are super long lasting, super safe batteries. Yeah. I really enjoy your VW conversion series. I'm installing a 12 volts, 1200 amp hour battery pack in my semi truck out of 400 amp hour cal cells. Wow, those are a big one. 500 amp Dali BMS and charging weights. Wow, that's pretty cool. I can only like once. I never buy insurance. How do you become eligible for the giveaway? You just have to be here and comment like you just did it right now. I love the BW bus. Thank you for that. Do you think you could run a well pump off of AC200s and 4 batteries, 20 amp to 20 volt? You will need, you will need the AC300 and 4 batteries. Yeah, 20 amp. Is that really what it takes? Yeah, I don't. You have to do the math. I can't do it at the top of my head, but how long that would last? I have drained so many lipos flying drones. Yep, those are those ones. You 30 minutes, you're done with that battery, right? So you're discharging it quite fast, and you usually charge in 1 hour. So going to power 900 BTU AC with it. Hopefully, it doesn't blow up my truck. Thanks for the inspiration. Hey, thank you for watching. Lipos are super dangerous. Would not recommend a Powerwall using them. But they're super dangerous because how we use them. If you were to use them like we use every other battery here, they wouldn't be as dangerous as they are. 50% of the danger is because we're torturing them. Your phone light is on. My phone light is on? Hey, what the hell's going on with my phone? 750. Okay. Where are we with the likes? Come on, we're so close. I wish I was a way to put this on a monthly payment plan because it costs in my budget for the AC300. Yeah, they don't. It's so weird that they don't offer payment plans for it. I mean, we could even do that on our website. I haven't decided to do that on our website because I haven't looked into the details. But if we could do it, they could totally do it. How many minutes of adult videos can I watch with the Blue at AC200 Max? Depends. I think Japanese videos probably waste a lot more than American videos. So it just depends, I think. Any batteries in waterproof case and connectors? Not too many of those. Jesse Martinez is in the house. He says, why don't you have a parking lot sale like Harbor Freight does to get rid of the stuff you don't really want? Yeah, I have done that. I just I think we're gonna do one in a few months, whenever the whatever season starts, like Black Friday or whatever. We'll pick up all the junk that we just don't need anymore. I tend to hold on to older batches of batteries, one here, one there, or whatever, just so if we ever have a question or we ever need to see if it fit on a thing. Sometimes it's like we had so many of those batteries, we got rid of them all, and now there's a truckload coming, and I could start right now seeing like what other project I can do, but I can't because I don't have, so I tend to keep a few of them here and there, so we have batteries all over the place, and yeah, and eventually you're like, get rid of all this junk. Just like from my second account, says Quinn Foster. There you go. Log on to your second account and like this thing. Wanted to say thank you. I built 2 e-bikes with your batteries and the wheels you sell. Oh, that's cool. Yes. Oh my God. I went over there. The e-bike community, it's quite they're what is the word that I used this morning? I don't know. I have to elaborate. I have to go and read in there. They didn't like me too much. They're a crazy bunch over there, right? But definitely, I'm gonna get into e-bikes because we're building the one. We built the one and we're building another one and stuff. And yeah, a lot of you guys are building those. Let's see. They have Klarna. Adult movies, the standard unit of measurement. I got hooked up on your channel with your collab with Rich Rebuilds and would like to thank you for what you do to help me and people in Puerto Rico and Hurricane Maria. Thank you. Varo Ayala, thank you for that. Blue Rays 150, it's daylight inverter charging with solar. Let me start reading from the bottom here because it's getting hard. Jehu would love to see you make an e-foil since it fits your location and Volkswagen van style. Yeah. I offer payments on home backup systems, says Robert Corona. Do you have to turn on the Blue Eddy battery to charge your phone? Yes, you do. Let me see. In fact, my phone is not charging because I didn't turn it on. Yes. So I'm trying to turn on the 12-volt system, and it doesn't. So I have to hold the thing, turn the main battery on. Then, it's kind of annoying, actually. Look how long I have to press this button. Hey, Blue Eddy, come on. Hey, what's going on here? I did turn it on before. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on, I turned it off again. Hey, what's going on here? Oh, that's going to go in the... It's going to go in the review. Why isn't it turning on? There's an issue here. It doesn't stay on. Okay, it does. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You have to like press it one short, and I'm just pressing it like a maniac. Really? And maybe you can't have anything connected there? Okay, so it's off. On. Off. On. Off. Okay. Let me connect it here. That's just me. I was just pressing too many times. That's all it was. Yeah, you just have to do it once and then... That's crazy. Were you in the battery business before you started your YouTube channel? No, I wasn't. I was doing camera stuff, and then I was doing kind of like little movies and traveling videos and all that stuff. But none of that stuff actually made me any money. I was becoming more broke and getting more debt. And then eventually I'm like, okay, I guess I got to do this battery thing because I could do this. I like it, and I'm helping people, and it's just kind of the thing that got me past the thing. It's the only thing that I've done in the past few years that actually made money. And I took forever to do it because I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to get stuck running a business and having a warehouse and do the thing. But eventually I had to do it. It sucks. It sucks, but that's okay. I'm appreciative. I got to count my blessings, right? New to this channel, I like your content. Maybe there's 5-second delay in case someone curses. How it just it just made a noise right now. Yehu being impatient. Yes, I wish Blue had developed the AC300 as an all-in-one unit. The design is one of the best I've seen. The thing, Kyle, is that you would not be able to pick that thing up. It would be about 150 pounds, and it's this big. It's hard to appreciate it on the thing there, but it's like it's massive. So you definitely don't want that. You want something that's like this, so that they're heavy, but you don't have to pick up the entire thing by yourself, right? Should have got the insurance, I guess. Trying to buy the AC200 Max, it doesn't ship to Canada. Oh, that sucks. 14.4 lithium ion moly cell packs. Any tips for charging? No, it should be fairly common voltage for a little charger, right? Maybe just a big charger you'll have trouble getting because that's like a 4S. Yeah, look into tool chargers. They have like these little wall ones for the cheapy like tools. Those are 14.4 a lot of the times. I haven't looked at. I haven't had time to look at those a lot, so I can't. AC200 Max will be fully discharged. Doesn't come back on its own, even when solder's connected. Yeah, in fact, when you turn this one on, this one doesn't automatically turn on when it's connected. That is kind of a big oversight, I think, in their design. They should. They have data connectors, and I asked the guy, right, the people at Blue Eddy, and they said that as of right now, they don't have in their plans to make that feature available. So that is kind of a weird thing. That's why kind of the competition, the deltas are so much easier to handle. You plug it in and it's one unit. You don't have to worry about the other batteries. Yeah, that little aspect is good. Yeah, if you're gonna use this as a fixed installation and you're gonna be solar charging and maybe discharging them all the time, that would be a huge problem to have to not have all the external batteries charged automatically. Let's see here. Smoke that packed. 150 pounds my spine. Yeah, no one can pick that. It's ridiculous. I don't want to pick these up. They're like heavy. Completely wrong time to ask, but your Delta Pro video where you plugged it into your transfer switch. Can you talk about how you made that cable? Oh, it's just a regular cable, like it's whatever the NEMA, whatever 4-pin connector that's on my thing, and then I just plugged it into two regular ones because I was trying to. So that's the cable that I've used a few times to test these units to see how much power the inverter can use, right? And so a lot of times the easy way to do that is just to connect to your building, turn off all the lights, turn off all the things, and then that you can add quite a bit of load to it. So I thought I want to use two connectors instead of one because it'll melt here. Some of these things only have these little 20 amp connectors, and trying to run 30 amps to see where the inverter dies. You might, melt those. So then I just use two, and I put like a little meter in there. There's nothing special. It's kind of dangerous. I wouldn't suggest you do that because if you disconnect one, that's live. So it's just to help me do my tests, right? It's kind of a very specific cable that I made for that. You should make one that is just one, either the big one. In this case, it would be the 30 amp here, and then to go to whatever plug you have on your transfer switch. Yeah. Can I pick up? Yeah, we do have a pickup. I know Brian sometimes schedules those in when there's a large order. Yeah, definitely we're not against that. J.O., I saw you in San Marcos last week riding in your bus, looking good. Was I in San Marcos last week? I might have been more than in last week. I don't think I was there last week. How's the UPS functionality on the 300? I don't know because I don't have the unit and I haven't seen anybody do the test on it. I know Hovotech. I haven't seen the other videos. Who else is reviewing it? I know Hovotech did it, but he said he was gonna make another video in the future or something. I don't, and I don't know who else got a 300. I definitely didn't. I didn't even get this one. They sent me this because you guys asked. So the reason I have this one is because you guys asked on another one of my reviews, and they were like, "Hey, how come you don't have it? When I do the review, it would be good if they send you the thing." And so I did a screen cap and I sent it to my contact at Blue Eddy. I go, "Hey, maybe you guys should send me. People are asking for it," and they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll send you one." But it was kind of on the second, third wave of these things going on, right? So. Do you trust the BMS in those 20-cell scooter batteries like the pack you showed us? Yeah, these are cool. They turn off, and they charge, and they don't charge past. I don't know. You don't see too many of these scooters catching fire. You only see the super cheap ones. These are the good brand ones. These are $800 scooters made by Ninebot, right? So these were good scooters. I saw another solar battery company. Sorry, that one went away and I couldn't read it. Does the AC300 perform the same as 200 having turned the batteries on and charging with solar since they are separate? I believe so. I cannot confirm that because I don't have it, but I believe that is the way that works. Thought on Ford electric truck and what we'll do for the battery world. Yeah, I like the Ford truck. That's actually a Rivian that is just rebadged. Well, it's got a Ford cabin shell thing on it. Yeah, so those are going to be awesome. By the way, Rivian just delivered their first vehicle to a customer like 2 days ago or something. So that's actually pretty cool because that means that maybe I'm up. Maybe I'm going to get that email any day. Hey, now you can get your truck, come pick it up kind of thing or something like that. Drops when I bought Delta Pro. Will release the review about half hour ago. Oh, Will release. Okay, so that's the one about the AC300. Okay, yeah. So I guess Will got one. We are almost at 500 likes. We are 420. Time to hit that joint. Where's my joint? I say 50% by switching to Geico. Come on. What kind of personal build battery or a non do you have in your plants or something always wanting to build yourself? I'm building a full-on custom what is it called? Like it's a power, not a transmission, but power plant, transaxle system for my DIY electric bus. I'm putting 2 motors in there. I still don't know if I'm going to tie them with a belt and then go it straight into a diff. I don't know if it's going to be a standard diff or I'm going to get rid of the diff and just put 2 motors straight into the wheels. I'm going to play with that. I'm really excited about that. It's like mechanical stuff. It's weird, right? I'm like super excited about like electronic stuff and the electricity stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's old. I'm tired of that. Let me mess around with big bearings and, all that stuff. That's what I'm working on right now. What happened to the power wall you were working on your house? I took it off. I got rid of it because we had to move. So we're starting all over again. I'm also on a rental house right now, so I can't build a thing, It's like everything that I build has to be on wheels, not permanently attached or anything because that's the thing. See, my goal right now is to get a house because what happens is that you're always at the mercy of your landlord. The landlord could just call you one day and be like, hey, I need you out in 15 days. And you're like, you're crazy. I'm not getting out in 15 days. You have to give me at least a month. And then he's like, all right, I'll give you a month, but I'm going to be bugging you until now to see if you can move any quicker, right? And then all of a sudden your life is upside down because some dude that owns your house where you live. So I don't want to put my family through that again. So I really need to buy a house. That's why I'm here. 8 at night, still working. Work all day, stream all night. Just so I can get a house. So yeah, I can install a big system in my house. Once it's mine, I can do whatever I want. But right now, I just kind of can't do it, right? Uh, Getting close. Soda with the antennas today. I'm hoping not, man. If you guys were watching that, there's a giant roach in that can that I had set down just like an hour before, a few hours before I did the live stream. I had it there and I looked to see it, and there are giant antenna coming out like this, and they're like moving around like this, right? And then I look in there. Once the stream ended, I put the light in there. It was like a giant roach this big. It's crazy. I don't know how it fit in there. It's crazy. Could do 4 hub motors and go to the beach. Have you tried charging your Tesla with that exact Bluetooth? Not this one. I did it with the other brand, but this one I'll definitely try it. I want to see what it will do. I want to trick the UMC. Is it the UMC? Whatever, the little charger that comes with Tesla, into giving me more than 20 amps or 12 amps or whatever at 120. I think there's a way to do it, but I will have to use the right amount of adapters, and that's gonna be a thing, I think. Who disliked this video? Well, I know a couple people that disliked this video. That's what you need to move to Vegas like us. I don't know about Vegas. Move, yeah. Yeah, right? Henderson's a good place to move, right? It's like growing like crazy. There's new houses. You can get a lot more for your money kind of thing. Yeah. Will you consider doing any videos using large prismatic cell packs like 200? Yes, I will. I actually have some that I've ordered, and I want to do some plants. It's just they're not at the top of my list because, well, I have a warehouse full of these other batteries, But I do want to do it. I know that is the thing that is missing in my product line, right? Is there a way to let Brian know these giveaways are more important than paying customers? We want this free batteries ASAP. That's right. You know what? Today I saw your battery in the shelf because we put it aside because he was going to put the rest for sale. There's only a handful of those left, and those went like this, and those are out. But I did see yours today. I think there's like 4 of them that I give away, and I saw them today, and I was like, oh, they're still there. Brian. They're complaining. The winners are complaining. You got to get on that. Yeah, not the kind you smoke. Miami is up and alive. How you been? And yet, sir, who's this Anthony guy? Man, always calling me at the wrong time. Some Anthony guy. Sometimes I think my phone, I had this phone for a long time, and I think there's places online where you can see my phone number. So sometimes customers call me, and at all times of the day and in the middle of the night kind of thing. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, and this is usually on silent. It's always on silent because of that reason, because people I never answer that, but I think I guess it's attached to my computer out there, and that's what you can see or whatever. You look like you lost weight. Well, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm going to be on TV, guys, on 2-3 weeks or something. I'll be in New York, and we're going to shoot some TV show that's going to go on Discovery TV. I should lose some weight by then. I should probably get up and run every night, every morning, do something, because I'm looking. Anthony's probably looking. Anthony, are you here? Are you calling me right now? Stop it. Stop it, Anthony. Special giveaway for those that order. By the way, who ordered a Blue Yeti during the stream? Please post in here, because I have no idea. By the way, can you check to see? Have they sold out yet? What time is it? It's 8. It's an hour. They probably should have sold the thing. Oh, yeah, the TV show. We're going to be Discovery TV. I'm going to be helping convert a VW bus. That's why it kind of tongued me. There's a huge Hollywood actor that's supposed to be there. It's for him. I can't say the name. NDA. I'll go to jail. They'll sue my pants off. But huge, just huge actor. And I don't know if he's gonna wrench with us, but I know it's for him, so I don't know. Huge deal. I don't know. That's partly why I'm doing it. It's like just kind of want the exposure. It's like the YouTube channel helps these producers look, and they're like, hey, who knows how to do that? Oh, there's a YouTuber here that is doing that. Okay, let's call him. Let's put him on TV and stuff, right? But yeah, post who order an EcoFlow Mini a week ago. Didn't order blue tonight. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, wow, the EcoFlow is for sale yet, and people are getting already, right? I kind of saw that. I was like, damn it, you guys already getting the new one, and I don't have it. I can't. I don't need it. I can barely do thing. I can't even test this thing. I'm terrible. What's up with the Jehu Lion? So this is we're still supposed to edit this thing. This is supposed to be the top of a battery, right? So this is the button top of the battery, and it's a lithium ion battery, and it's a play on the words or whatever. Jay Leno. No, I wish it was. No, Jay Leno's old news. He's not big. He's not important. He's nothing compared to this other guy, okay? Bigger. Think bigger. Chris Pratt. Oh, that's a good guess. I would love to work with Chris Pratt. That guy looks like he's fun. I think we would be best friends if I were to know him. I think, yeah, we would like hang out, drink beer, go hunting. I don't know. I bet you he doesn't hunt. Give Jay the thumbs up, people. Yes, 2 of the 3. We got 47 likes to go. Come on, guys. I want to go home already. Like that button. Hit that like button. Hit that. I got the B30, 230 to go with the 200 Max I ordered in August, says Bath. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Hopefully, you're going to get it sooner than later. 2 weeks. They said 1 or 2 weeks. They said. Did you use the code? Hopefully you used the code and you got it at a really good price. Blue Eddy versus Ice Generator, and winner is... Wait, Blue Eddy versus Ice Generator? You're saying Blue Eddy Generator versus Ice Generator? Well, it is. The Blue Eddy has a gas generator, and it's actually pretty good, but it's kind of noisy. It's kind of big. It's hard for me to compare that because I don't know. I mean, my brother has the Honda 2000 or whatever, and that one's smaller and it's light. I think it's quieter. In fact, I have those two. I should put them side by side, see how it compares. I gotta get one of these little. I don't have the decibel thing like Hobotech. He's like, yeah, let me measure the thing. I'm not a true reviewer. If you haven't noticed now, I suck at reviewing products. I don't know why these companies keep sending to me. I have them fooled into thinking they're spending their money wise by sending me things. I'm terrible at reviewing products. 1974 Honda Civic. That's cool. I would take one of those and convert it. I like the old Japanese cars, the little ones. Yeah. Hitting 45 grandpa, 2 grandsons, and 15 years in chemo. Wait, 15 years of chemo? Oh my God. And I still get out and run 5 miles a day, only day. Wow. Well, you're putting me to shame because I never run 5 miles in my, well, actually, there were only a couple of times that I was, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was drunk or something, so I went running. But yeah, definitely, I need to get in shape. Look at me. This is the COVID body right here is not helping, Wait, that is you, Anthony. If I stop calling, will I win? Anthony, is that you? No, that's not you. It's a different name. It's Anthony, but not G. What's the G? What's the story on the new 18650? Your site seems low to non-existent. The Samsung 25 hours. Yeah, those, we never had those in stock. Those were by EV West. EV West had a huge lot of those, and I think they ended up selling bulk because then they just kind of went away one day, right? So, yeah, I mean, I would have loved to grab some of those. I might have VTC 6s again coming up, but I still have no confirmation. There's loads floating around, and we're trying to see if we can take them or whatever, but that would be cool because those are cool batteries, We're gonna start in-person classes. You could make 20 to 50,000 a month just doing that around SoCal. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe yeah, maybe someday. Whenever I get tired of coming in and yelling at employees. No, I'm just kidding. um, Small car conversion comparison. Do you think EcoFlow gas generator is good? It is. There's some very good features in it, like the fact that you can remotely start it. Like remotely start it, like if you're like in another state or another city or at work and you have it at home, you could leave it on and then you could the app start it remotely, right? It's got Wi-Fi connectivity. Now, in a scenario where the power goes out, if your internet doesn't have backup, then you're not gonna start nothing remotely, right? But if you set it correctly, then it is gonna be. Use the code, and it was 17.90. Okay, oh, that's good. Okay, Silicon, what do you enjoy drinking? I don't like beer. I drink, I don't, I like, Jim Beam and Coke usually. That's what I drink when I drink, but I don't drink that much. A little bit of beer here and there, but I don't really like beer too much. Other than that, yeah, I'm not too much into drinking. I'm boring. No more Coca-Cola. Cut sugars. Yes, the only reason I'm drinking Coca-Cola is because I don't have water here. I should be drinking water, and I need to get water into the here at the shop, but we don't have any. So that's why I'm drinking Coke. I hate it. Yeah, you usually don't drink Coke. Like sodas, when I go eat, yeah, it's like. But I do drink other sugary drinks, and I need to cut those out again. I used to never drink any sugar drinks, only water or iced teas. I used to do those stuff, but COVID messed me up. Stupid Fauci creating this stupid thing. 465 likes, only 214 watching. He's going to be here for a long time. No, it's going fast. 10 more minutes is going to happen, guys. Come on, hit that like button. Look. Oh, well, you can't see this, but you could see the amount of people that are here, and it's going steadily up. It's up, it's up, it's up, it's up. It's not going down. How many EVs have you constructed, modified, date? I don't know. Somewhere less than 10, but more than 5. I can't think at the top of my head. I would have to do some mental gymnastics to do thing. What's the code for the Blue Eddy 200p? Oh, I don't know. Do they have one for the 200p? I know they have the one for the 200 Max. I don't think the 200p is on sale right now. This is only the pre-order for the 200 Max and the 300, the AC300. AC200 Max and AC300, yeah. Whiskey, Scotch, yes. Oh, I do like rum also. I like rum, I have my internet router on UPS, so it stays up. See, that's a good idea. See, then you would be able to start that generator up. Now, someone else said that generator, the actual motor inside, the gas motor, is made by a decent company, right? So I don't know anything about them because, there's too many things to try to be into, and I'm not into motors, combustion motors, that are not in cars. I know quite a bit of them, the ones in cars, but not generators, But it's supposed to be a decent one. Where's your AC300? No, I don't have it. Will Prowse got it because he's got more subscribers and apparently he sells more. So yeah, we need to complain at the thing. No, I'm okay. I don't need it. I don't have time to test it. I would just let all you guys down even more if I got it, because then I would have 2 units that I haven't tested. Costco soda stream change me with around regular soda. Soda stream? Huh. Jaeger bombs. I've done Jaeger bombs. It's terrible, right? Jaegermeister's terrible alcohol, but I guess if you need to get drunk. Or no, Jaeger bombs, yeah, those you drop them in the beer, right? Those are cool, I guess, if you want to get wasted. Drink whole milk all day. I'm 74 and good health. No, I don't. I can't drink milk. It tears me up. I'm allergic to stupid milk somehow. I don't know how this world's messed me up. I used to when I was a kid, but I can't anymore. Um, well, soda tastes like diesel. You guys are right. Let's see, Jehu, the next project sign a project case sexier than the Blue Eddy. Design a project case. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I was just thinking about the work that goes into making this case the other day with, I don't know, my guys or something. I'm like, just making the plastic case. You guys don't realize the amount of work that it takes to design this. And you got to make the molds. And then you got to optimize the molds. And, it's... So people don't realize how hard it is to make a product like this, right? Yeah, the batteries, Blue Eddy, are terminally managed. There's sensors on the thing, and the BMS has sensors on the thing. And I don't know what this one looks like. I haven't torn this one apart, but I'm talking about the previous version, which means this one might be the same. I don't know. I haven't taken this apart, and I haven't seen anybody else take it apart, so I might be the first one. I just need to do that, right? Can I just do the teardown and upload that first, and then, because that's easy. I could take this apart in 20 minutes and then shoot the video and stuff. But then, people want to know. I mean, you just go watch Hobotech. He does better job than me, anyways. Can that Blue Eddy be grounded? If I plug a UPS into it, will it charge? It can't. It doesn't have a grounding thing, but if you connect, I haven't seen how the UPS. I mean, obviously the UPS works. That means no, you can't. This thing doesn't have a UPS thing because it doesn't have an AC input. It only has a DC input. Yeah, this one you can't. You can't ground it. The Delta, you can. The Delta Pro, you can, because it's got a DC input, and you connect it, and then you connect the thing to your thing, and then now it's got to pass through that whole thing. This one, not. I think the AC200 does have a true pass-through, because it's got the built-in charger inside, so it's got an input, AC input, and so then they can do the pass-through to the thing or whatever. 488, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Am I different? Yeah, I don't know. Am I? What's happening here? I'm older. I'm more tired. 8:24. I've been talking for 2 hours. It's taking a toll on my voice. These big batteries are so expensive. In 7 years, what do you have? And in 7 years, what do you have? Depends. I think if you used it every day, all day, yeah, you probably need to go. They're probably done. But if you didn't, then it's probably all beat up, and then you need a new one. So, yeah, you're right. It probably fell a couple times. You spilled some soda in it. The batteries inside are still good, but the outside and screen, you broke it. And yes. Is it? Oh, look at that. You guys jumped to 93. We're going to have to do the giveaway. Come on, guys. Giveaway. Is concurrent charge and discharge okay? Oh, I don't know what that means. Your videos make my shifts pass on. Look at that. Joseph is working while watching the streams. Who else is working here, by the way? Build my home inside of another warehouse. Better looking every day. Woo, look at that. Getting on my good side there. You got a gray hair again. Yes, the gray hair. It's crazy. It's creeping up. 494. We're getting there. Wait a minute. 500 likes. We did it. Look at that. See? And you guys didn't believe we were going to do it. Come on. All right. Let's do this so we can get out of here. We put in the work. Now we what is it? We work hard. We play hard now. I'm going to go and get... Hey, wait a minute. I have a need. We're excited to announce our first mile event tour. Oh, this is the Rivian. See? Good news all around. 40 cell packs without case just went out of stock. We only need to have like 10 more sets of 2. Woo! I think we're almost done with the 40. Okay. You guys don't want to hear that. You guys are okay. Let's do the giveaway. Giveaway. Okay. Let's do the giveaway. Random. Okay, hey, you gotta live in the 48, lower 48 states. Uh, you gotta comment. If you're watching here, you haven't comment, well, you're not gonna win because I'm gonna pick from the comments here, right? You gotta be in the lower 48 states because I can't ship batteries across international borders or bodies of water. When I announce the winner, your name, what you have to do is you have to email us. Email at support@jag35. And you have to go to Jag35, make an account so that we don't have to input all your address and stuff. Because if we do it, then there's more chances of us making a mistake. And then then we're busy. We're not gonna do it. 3 weeks later, you're gonna be like, "Hey, where's my damn battery?" So you go and do it. Then you send us the email. Then Brian just looks up your name, finds you in the thing, puts the product in your cart. Boom, it's out. Now it's in the queue. The shipping people, they don't know that you're the winner. They just know that this thing needs to go out. It's in the regular thing, right? So do that, right? Don't make me chase you, because if not, we'll give this away tomorrow night and another live stream. Okay, here we go. The giveaway, the winner is going to be 1 up, 1 down, 1 little bit up, and then another big 1 down. And the winner is, oh, look at that, Jose Arazola. Work hard and play harder, or is the other way around? Jose Arazola, you are the winner of the 3.3 kilowatt hour battery box, the 36 thing. It's come with it's a power box. This is the 36 volt power box. It's, how much is that thing on the website? It's like a lot of money. I think it's like $500 or something. This is a lot of battery. And it's this cool box, and you could, if you got one of these, you could use to do that, or you could use standalone. You could it'll give you like 200 amps of power out. This is like a big battery that can put out quite a bit of power, right? Jose Arazola, congratulations, you are the winner. Thank you for spending time with us here in this live chat, and hopefully we were able to give you some information, answered some of your questions. Maybe you bought some of the thing here. Maybe we helped you make a decision. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you're watching this live stream and you said, screw that thing, I'm going to go and get an EcoFlow. Or maybe you said, screw that, I'm going to build my own. You went to Jag35 and then you bought some batteries. Either way, thank you for all your support. It's cool. We like you. We appreciate you anyways. All right. Let's get the hell out of here. It's late. I haven't eaten anything. And I got to come back. Robert Torres picked me. You're late. No, maybe you were here. I'm sorry. That was the first time I've ever won anything since Jose Ariola. There you go, man. You're the winner. Enjoy the battery. Send us pictures of what you end up doing with it so that we can, you can get inspired and build our own stuff, right? All right. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.